Hey there, it's Brittany and I'm back with a tutorial already from some stuff I got in Tucson. I was so excited about my stuff from Damyanah and from Golem that we're going to just be making a necklace really quickly. Well, hopefully not too quickly, but I was inspired by this pendant, and actually Damyanah uses copper wire to string her beads together for sale, and so I thought the copper looked really good with this, so I think that's what we're gonna do. Where is the top hole? Right there. I have a TerraCast a bale that I wanted to use, and then I dug into my stash. I was looking at gemstones first, and I actually found these and they match so well. I got these from Beauty and the Bead, but then I put them next to the pendant from Golem, and I really thought that they mimicked the center of that dandelion, so we're going to be using those in a future video together. It was really hard to not use those with this one, but it seems like those were meant to be together. I did find these check glass flowers in my stash, and they're from Anne Marie, and I just had enough that I think they're gonna work. And they're not exactly the same yellow, but they just look so great with these beads, and I love that silky look on the inside of the flowers. That's just gonna be perfect. I have these from Damyanah, and we're gonna move this down a little bit. And then I have these, of course. Love those. Those are so beautiful. I'm going to put another set of flowers up there. Not just doing the flowers, though. We'll see. This is just kind of laying out, and then we fill in the gaps, right? So then when I came home and opened my Golem and Damyanah drawer, I found these, which are a perfect match. I bought them in 2020 when they were here. So they were just waiting for 3 years for me to get it together and get some more stuff from them. So those are gonna go at the top. And then I have 2 more of these flowers. Because the holes are so large, they are large throughout all of the beads, but they're so large in these rounds, I'm gonna use some bead caps. I thought these were really cool because they had leaves on them. So I think I got these from Bargain Bead Box. Just on the rounds. And then I have to make some decisions because I really want some spacers in between these beads. I don't want it to just be the flowers and the focals. I have some daisy spacers from different things, a couple different versions. I have these like little bicone spacers. I thought maybe I could get a butterfly in there somewhere because I think that would be so cute, and then maybe not be symmetrical if I did that. And then I have these swirls. I got these cubes out. I think I got these in Tucson last fall, but I'm not sure that that's where I want to go. And then I have these from Donna. I got this little guy out, but it did not work in the way I wanted it to. And then I have some little rondelles, check glass. I think the check glass is what we'll stick with instead of gemstones for this necklace. They just look so great with that rustic Picasso finish. I think it works with Damyanah's style of the polka dots. So we'll be using those throughout the necklace. And then I got out some soft flex in several different colors, which I think all of them look pretty good with this. I got out fluorite, which I think is what we're going to go with. But I also got out the dark blue lapis and green emerald, which I thought the green emerald kind of mimicked the green in the stems, and then the blue is just darker. But I like the lightness of the fluorite. It's not exactly the colors that are in the beads, but I think I like that a lot. So I'm going to cut open. Let's see. I really want to get a butterfly in there. I kind of wanted it to be symmetrical, but I'm okay with it being asymmetrical. Could always just glue it to that bead. Maybe. I feel like it needs to be on this side of the necklace. You should see the amount of beads I got out for this necklace that I'm not using. But I wanted to make sure I had enough options. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my bail into my pendant, and right now it's too close for it to slip through there. Here we go. Open it like that, lift that in there, and then we'll close it back up. I'm gonna use my wire or my nylon jaw pliers to close it back up so I don't mar the bail. Start closing with my fingers and then tighten with the nylon jaw pliers. There we go. That's not going anywhere. And believe me, I put a gold one in before and it took forever to get it out of there. But I really like that. I think it's super elegant hanging like that with the copper. And I think we're going to put some of these rondelles in the front here so it can hang on those. I think we'll do 7 in the front. At least we'll start with 7. And then I'm going to put these tiny copper spacers in there, and probably throughout the necklace next to the flowers. I'm going to need something a little bit bigger. I'll need something a little bit bigger probably for the lentils. Maybe those bicones. I don't know if they're too big. We'll see. No, they kind of fit right in the hole of the lentils. I don't know if that's the look I'm going for though. No. Let me try stringing. I'm going to grab my fluorite, little table cut dudes, and then little copper daisy. You know, I like this, but I think it's a little too, like, I like how a little bit bigger the other rondelle is. It's slightly bigger. I'm going to try that instead. I'm going to make sure that all my flowers are facing the right way with the petal facing up. Okay, I love that. I think it's so much fun. I'm trying to decide if I need to put the copper between the table cut or the fire polished rondelle. Is that table cut or fire polish? I don't know. And the bead, the focal bead. So I'm going to try that here and see how I like it. And then I might just go back and fix that. No, it's too much copper. I could tell before I even got that other one on. It's too much copper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to string, and I have to figure out what I want to do with that butterfly, because I really do want the butterfly on there. I just don't know where. Okay, so as you can see here, I put the butterfly right there, and I found a little yellow flower, bellflower, that matched perfectly the tone of these flowers. So I put that there. So it took the place of one of these flowers, so it's not too asymmetrical. And then I kind of fixed it up at the top and put another flower here once I was finished stringing her ceramic beads, and then balanced it out with a butterfly on that side. So it's not matchy-matchy. I love that. I'm going to finish off the back with the second strand of these that I had, and I had some of these left. And during Sam's event on Sunday, they had leftover loose beads and he handed me them. So I was like, okay, they kind of match. If I need them, I'm going to finish them up the back. So they're very close. I'm just super lucky that there were some left. And I'm just going to finish that off. I was thinking of maybe putting the yellow flowers up the back too, but it just didn't look right. So I am just going to slip on a few of these on each side. Yep, I'll just keep going. I love how that looks. All right, I did end up using some of the beads from Sam, and I didn't put any, oops, missed a spacer here, so I'll have to fix that before I finish it off. But I didn't put any spacers between those, just because nobody's going to see that behind my neck. I did decide I do want this to be adjustable, so I'm not using a toggle. I had a perfect toggle that matched this tiara cast bail, but again, you're not going to see it. I am going to put some chain on the back of the necklace, just like a little length, so that it is adjustable. But I'm going to make a decoration for the chain. You know how I love my ball head pins. I got these from Etsy. And I'm just going to take one of these little yellow flowers, throw that on, put on a spacer and one of my little rondelles. Okay, just like that. And grab my pliers, start a wire wrap loop. You can also just do this with the butterfly, but I wanted to get a little bit more yellow in the back of the necklace. So started my loop. I'm going to come through both of these little links. Hold this. And just tie that around, or wrap that around, I should say. That's not going anywhere now that it's wire wrapped. And we'll just come in here and snip. Cute little ending. Isn't that adorable? I love it. And then the thing is, I really want to make a bracelet to match this, but now I want to use this or something as a focal I don't have anymore. But maybe next time, right? Then I'll have something to look forward to. I was thinking about possibly putting one of these as the focal, and then, oh, I could do that. We're going to figure that out. So it'll be a little bit longer video. So I'm going to go ahead and crimp on to the chain on this side, because this is going to be the left side of the necklace, and I usually put the clasp on the right side because I'm right-handed. So I just need to figure out how long I want my extender. I'm just going to make it probably to right there. And take my nippers and snip these independently. Don't want to tax my nippers that are already a little bit taxed, although I think I have new ones coming, so fingers crossed on that. Let's see. I'm just going to crimp right onto these. I have a soft flex crimp. Put the crimp on. Find my little ending of my chain. Come through there. And then come back through that crimp in a couple of these beads, if possible. This might be a little thick for these tinier fire polish beads. That's okay, I got it through one of those beads. So I'm going to go ahead and find my crimping pliers. I'm going to put that in the largest valley, like that. And I am going to squish, like that. Turn it 90 degrees. And I am going to squish again. And do it one more time. I'll move that up, and then I am going to just nip this off. Please let that just be the extra wire. We don't need to restring the whole necklace. Okay, and then I'm going to move all these beads down. And then I'm just going to fix this side and crimp onto my clasp. Make sure your necklace is loosey-goosey. I said that, Kirsten said that at the Mojo show, and I said, you know, I say loosey-goosey on my videos all the time. She's like, oh, I thought everybody thought I was a grandma for saying that all the time, and Kirsten's younger than me, so I was like, no, I just say it because I think it's fun to say. So I'm looking like I'm having a little bit of an issue with these bead caps. I'm almost like tempted to just glue the bead caps to the beads, but I think it'll be okay once it's resting on once it's on me. So we're just pulling that down as much as we can, making sure there aren't any noticeable gaps between the beads. There's one right here. Pushing everything towards the finished side of the necklace. Here we go. Yeah, I'm seeing some gaps now. There we go. Some gaps are to be expected, but we just don't want the really huge ones. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did on the other side. Make sure you don't get your bead stuck in there, because you will ruin it. There you go. All right, I'm just going to see there's a little bit of a gap there, but it's okay. Nobody's going to see that besides me. Don't cut your main wire. And here is our beautiful necklace. Every time I make a necklace, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite. I guess that's a good thing, right? Oh, I didn't put a jump ring here to transition, but that's okay. It's okay. It's just a fully adjustable necklace at this point. All right. I will show pictures at the end, but I am in love with it. These beads were so easy to design with because they're just so gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay, I'm going to try and figure out something to do with this bracelet, but we'll see. All right, so I got out these leaves. These were from the January 2023 box from Sam. They look really good. I had a couple different flower ideas. The issue I'm running up against is none of them match quite like the flower that was on the necklace, or they just don't match the flower on the necklace. They look fine with the pendant. This is closest, but I like these more. What I'm thinking here is I'm just going to say, you know, they coordinate, they don't match. So just to alleviate my brain stress, let's see, I don't know if I want all four of them there. Again, these don't match perfectly, but I don't have any others from them that would match. I could look for different blue beads. I have these green ones, but I was thinking about using these with the dandelion pendant, so I'm going to keep that to the side. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with coordinating, not matching. How do we feel about that? I have these, which kind of look great. So we'll see. We'll see. I want this to be the focal. Use these on the leaves, or at least a couple of the leaves, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I might just do some links. All right. So in the middle, I'm going to open this. Although, let me look through my beads, my regular beads, to see if I just have something that's a little bit closer. I found these awesome check bicones that are the perfect tone to match. So I'm glad I didn't find them for the necklace, because I would have incorporated them and not had them for the bracelet. So I'm trying to decide what we're going to do. Do I want a 1 strand? Do I want 2 strands? How do I want to incorporate the flowers, the butterfly, and the leaves? So I'm just going to kind of look at them and play around, and then we'll go from there. This is the clasp that I wanted to use earlier that we can possibly use now, that matches pretty well with the tiara cast bail. I wouldn't be surprised if this is tiara cast, but I didn't buy it. Somebody gave it to me, so I don't know. I think we're going to do wire wraps. Going up and over the ones that I already did, just to make it a little messier. There we go. Sorry if you can hear that plane in the background. Nope, don't like that. Don't love that either. Okay, I do like that. All right, so I'm going to put on a check glass bead first, though. Then my bicone, and my lentil. You want to be careful, though, because I wire wrapped this earlier just playing around, and I didn't break the bead, but I roughed up the hole a little bit, so you just want to be a little careful if you're experimenting. All right, so there we go. Trying to decide if I really want to wire wrap all of these. Like, this one's fine because it needed to be wire wrapped, but do I just want to do simple loops? No, I want it to last a long time. The part of my brain that's like, oh, let's just get it over with, didn't win this time. We want it to last a very long time because the beads are so beautiful. And then this is where I need to decide, am I going to connect with jump rings, or am I going to connect with, let's see what a jump ring looks like. think I'm going to go with jump rings because that'll allow me to put some leaves around this, what I'm thinking is a sunflower. And then I actually can probably wire wrap some of these to make, or some of the leftover beads from Sam to make it look like brown, like sunflowers. Like, I guess I'm not really explaining it very well, but you'll see what I mean. I'm going to use jump rings. I'm going to go ahead and wire wrap a bunch of beads. I ended up redoing this bead because I just didn't like how much this was sticking out, and I like it a lot better. So I put 2 leaves on, then the turquoise bead, and then I really like that it's going to look kind of like a lemon, but also matches this, so I can make some lemon jewelry if I get more of these beads. Or just make them out of these, but I like I said, I have plans for those. So next I got out some Supplements from Beadalon. This is the 0.012 or 0.3 millimeter size. And I'm just going to cut off a piece. And if you remember, I had a strand of these out, and we're going to make a beaded bead with them. And I'm going to put a check glass bead in the middle. So I'll show you what that looks like. Otherwise, it would be kind of hard to string this. But anyway, I'm going to put 3 beads on. Put 1 more on. And then I'm going to come back through that bead, or I'm going to actually go through the other side of that bead with the other side of my Supplements. Make sure those other yellow beads are in the center as much as we can, and then pull that tight so we have like a square. And then I'm going to put a bead on either side, and then another on that we're going to cross through again. Let's see here. There we go. And then we'll just pull again like we did before. So now we have 2 squares. I'm going to do that 2 more times. But on the second time, we aren't going to put that 3rd bead on that we crossed through. So we did 1 more time. Cross through. And then we'll put these 2 side beads on. I love that these match so well with the Damyanah beads. And then before we close this up, I'm going to flatten that out a little bit. I have a check glass 8 millimeter bead, and I'm just going to set that on top of my beads in the middle. And I'm going to come through each side of this middle bead at the other end with my Supplements here. And keeping that bead cradled, I am going to pull my tails tight so that everything comes together as a bead. And we've encased that check glass bead in the middle, and I can move it around so that the hole is facing the right way once I do everything else. So I'm going to come through my bead. I'm going to actually come through this way. Looks like one tail is much longer than the other one. And I'm going to meet the other end, and we're going to tie a knot, and then we're going to do that twice. So here's one place where they're meeting. I'm going to come through here. Oops. And then I'm just going to tie a knot. Okay, and then I am going to go back through some of the beads. So I'm going to come this way. Actually, I'm going to pull that tighter because it doesn't look like it knotted very well. And then I'm going to come back through this way. And if you're looking, you can see that these two go into that bead, but nothing is going from this bead to that bead. So I'm going to create that connection here. You can go wherever you want, as long as you feel like your bead is sturdy enough, it should work out. I'm going to do the exact same thing here. And then I'm going to come through this one. And you could do this as many times as you want. I just typically do it twice because I'm probably not going to be that hard on it to where it's going to come unraveled in the first place, but we've already knotted it twice. And doesn't that just look a little like a sunflower bead? It's yellow and brown on the inside. I think that's so cool. That's the first time I've done that by putting a bead inside of a beaded bead. So I'm going to take my nippers and just cut that short. And again, I'm going to have to reposition the hole on that bead because now I can't even see it. I am going to take some 22 gauge wire using the pair. Oh, nope, that's 20. We've got 22. I'm just going to kind of find the hole and then move it to where I need it to be. I think it's right here. There we go. So I am going to go ahead and wire wrap this first. You'll probably be seeing that technique a lot now that I remember how to do it. Thanks to Maria for pointing out the video to refresh my memory on it. I did it, oh gosh, probably 8 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago, and I never remembered how I did it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that through my bead. You could just not do the middle bead, but this is just making it so I don't have to make some crazy piece to, or like use a bead cap to wire wrap it onto my bracelet. And then I'm just going to wire wrap the top. Okay. And we will snip that. And as you can see on my bracelet, I've already done this portion, and I had one less leaf than I needed. Thankfully, I had a very similar leaf, and I won't be able to tell the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my beads. So I'm going to put on one of those, this, then this, and then my beaded bead. We have a goldy hair. Just close that up. And I love that it looks like a sunflower bracelet, but also a lemon bracelet. If I could be a bracelet, it would be this bracelet. And then I have, I think, to put on, yep, here's another one. You know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I needed 2 more leaves, and I needed 4 more leaves, and I only did 2. So I'm going to go ahead and take 2 more of these. These are the ones that I had left over that kind of looked like the other ones. And I'm going to wire wrap them. I'll probably take one off of here and then put this one in there so I can put one of these back here, just so it's a little bit more spread out instead of having 2 of the extra leaves together. Okay, I have to say this is probably one of my favorite bracelets of all time. I added another bead over here and part of my clasp, and then we're just going to finish it off by putting the other part of the clasp on, and then I have 2 dangles that I will situate somewhere on here, and then we'll be finished. I'm just so satisfied. I don't know how else to put it. Looking at this is just pure. Oh, that wasn't a good jump ring. Looking at this is just pure eye candy for me. It's my favorite color, turquoise. And I've been really liking yellow lately. So, I got a lot of yellow stuff this time around. So I'm just super happy with how this turned out. And, I don't think I could possibly like it more. Even if the center bead was one of these sunflower beads, I don't think I would like it more because I like that it's also kind of like a piece of fruit with a lemon or something. So here we go. We're going to put on our 2 dangles that I created out of the butterfly. And then I had 25 of these and I needed 24 for my 2 beaded beads. So that was serendipitous. And, that came out of a haul from eBay probably. And then we have this guy left. So I'm going to put that, probably going to put it right here. And I'm just going to use 2 of these jump rings to attach them. I don't know what was wrong with that other jump ring. It just came right apart. All right, she's finished. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't you want to be this bracelet if you could? Okay, so we made this beautiful necklace with a coordinating bracelet, and I am just pleased as punch. I love both of them. Actually, it's so funny. I kind of like the bracelet more than the necklace, even though I'm obsessed with the necklace. Good thing I don't have to choose, right? Because they're both mine. Thank you so much for watching. I still have enough beads of these that I could potentially make like another, like a stretchy bracelet or something. But maybe if you wanted to make a matching pair of earrings, you could use those as well. But I'll include pictures of these. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Damyanah Studio, and I appreciate you all. Please like, subscribe, and share. And check out Damyanah on her website and Facebook. I'll leave the links in the description below. Let me know what you think. Have a good day. Stay tuned for Goldie. Bye-bye. I thought I'd pop in here with a little peek of what it looks like on my wrist. And the aftermath. See? Isn't that cute? And it's a little loose, so it'll move around. If it ever gets too loose, I can always take out a bead. Love this little pop of color in the back. So cute. Goldie, are you ignoring me? Are you ignoring mommy? Hi, cutie.